Hi everyone, Vacha here from Recording Studio 9 and thanks for joining me again today. And today's topic is using MAGIX Soundpools in another DAW. In this case, I'm going to demonstrate it in Studio One Prime, the free edition. But you can also use the Artist Edition or the Professional Edition. And if you are using any other DAW, well, you can use it as well. I might demonstrate it in some of the other DAWs that I have. But for today, we're looking at MAGIX Music Maker's samples being used in Studio One Prime. But first, let me uninstall the latest update of MAGIX Music Maker. And we are back. It's nice to see that MAGIX actually updates their MAGIX Music Maker software with new enhancement and bug fixes all for free. If you don't know about MAGIX Music Maker and Soundpools, I do have many videos on my channel on the topic, so you can go and watch them and then you can come back. Now you might ask yourself, if I can actually create my song in Music Maker by dragging and dropping all the loops from my Soundpools, why would I want to create it in another DAW? Well, there are limitations in Music Maker, and I got this question asked so many times, so I thought I'll make a video about it. One of the main limitations that people actually complain about, I mean it's free, but they do complain, is it's only been limited to 8 tracks. But most of the time I have demonstrated even with 8 tracks you can actually create a really full-on musical production, a song, within Music Maker. But in this video I'm going to show you how we're going to actually use the Soundpools outside Music Maker in Studio One Prime, the free DAW, because it supports unlimited audio tracks. Just very briefly on Soundpools. Soundpools are a collection of loops and sounds that you can actually purchase and download from the store. And once you purchase it, it will actually download into your hard drive and they become available under the Loops tab. And each library has multiple instruments in there, from drums, bass, guitars, keys, sound effects, strings, vocals, and everything else in there. And each instrument has up to 7 different chords for the scale. And if you don't know about those chord scales, I do have a video, so you can click the link above or in the description and watch that video what all these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 actually mean. Basically, in simple terms, let's just put that's in C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B major. So we're going to use those Soundpool loops in Studio One Prime. Now, apart from having Music Maker's online store to purchase and download Soundpools, there are 2 other services where you can download the Soundpools without installing Music Maker. The first one is Katu. You can go to katu.com and under Sounds and Effects in Soundpools, as you can see, it's got listed of all the Soundpools. You can also preview them. Here you can actually click and purchase. Oh, I better stop that. Here you can actually read all about it and preview it, and you can purchase all the different variations of the licensing. The private OGG or WAV is the same as what you download from the store in Music Maker, but if you want to release your song commercially, then you need to purchase the Audio Pro Unlimited WAV format. So for this Soundpool library, it's $9.99 for the private one or $19.99 for the unlimited one. And you do get 24-bit 44.1 kilohertz stereo files. The next place you can actually get it, and this is the updated version of Katu, and this is from MAGIX themselves as well, is Producer Planet. They have audio and video section, and here under the audio and sounds and loops, we can see we pretty much get the same libraries here. Except here we have to click to start it. So that's the same library to a different service. And the price here is $4.99 because I guess they're on special for the Black Friday but usually it's the same price, $9.99. And here you can purchase the non-commercial for $4.99 or the commercial unlimited for $9.99. The unlimited rights for the usage of the content is a commercial environment. So CD, DVD sales, motion pictures. So you can actually create songs using this library and put it on Spotify, iTunes, and you have the full rights for it. So you make sure that you purchase the commercial unlimited license if you're going to release them. And again, as you can see at the bottom, there are the 7 different tonal variations, as in Music Maker. So you don't have to install Music Maker. You can come here and purchase Soundpool libraries directly from Producer Planet. I should stress and make a disclaimer. I have no association with MAGIX other than use their product. And the only connection I have is I'm an affiliate. So if someone actually purchase any of MAGIX products from my website or from my YouTube channel links, I might actually get some commission. But thus far, I haven't received any. So I hope that is clear. So I'm not trying to promote them. I'm just showing you how you can actually use Soundpools in another DAW. So MAGIX may not like me for this. But it doesn't matter. So if you downloaded your Soundpools from Katu or Producer Planet, then you save the zip file on your hard drive and extract it and put them somewhere where you can actually find it, maybe under Music, Soundpools, so you can easily find them in any DAW. But if you actually download them from Music Maker store, they are actually found under your C drive, Users, Public, Public Documents, MAGIX, Common, Soundpools, Shop. As you can see, these are the list of all the samples that I have. Some I have purchased, some are the free ones. So if we go inside the folders of the Soundpool, we can actually see it's got the bass, drums, effects, guitars, and all the other folders. And if you want to find out about this Soundpool, the BPM and the chords, they're inside the bpm.inf file. In most of the time, you should be able to double click and open up in a notepad. So here we can actually see 125 BPM. The scale is C major. And sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is C, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B major. So that's how you find out the scale of your Soundpool. Sure, for easy access, you can actually copy all these folders into easy accessible folder like under your music, because that's quite a long path to actually find it. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to select them. I'm going to copy them. And under my music, Soundpools, just going to paste them there. This will make it really easy for any other DAW to access the Soundpools. It will duplicate the files, but these days, hard drive space is not much of a problem. Here in Studio One, I'm actually creating a new song. It's going to be called Soundpool Demo. I've selected 3 minutes and 125 BPM. And I've also checked stretch audio files to song tempo, so that if the Soundpool files include the tempo information, they will follow and line up correctly. Now the next thing we want to do, so that we can have quick access to those Soundpool folders, is create a shortcut link within Studio One. And to do that, we go into Files, not Loops, because loops are sound sets from Presonus. They won't be here. Under Files, now I copied the sample onto my desktop. It's right there. Those are my Soundpools. So I'm going to right click on that and create a new tab from here. So from now on, this is my Studio One. There's all my songs there. These are my files. I've got samples. So now I have my samples from Easy Access right here. And I can click and press play. And I can preview them. So that's where they all are. So how do we create them? Quite easy. Just going to drag the first one and put them here. And we can see how the loops fit in within the two bars. And because we just earlier, we looked at the BPM information, it was 125. That's why I made it 125. And it straight away fits in. So that's a great way to find out how you can match the BPM of the sound pool to your project. But let's assume that you want this to be maybe a little bit faster or slower. So let's change this to 130 BPM. And as you can see, that doesn't match because the BPM information is not available in this .org file. And to be able to do that, I'm going to move my mouse right at the bottom edge, not the top edge, the bottom edge of the clip. I'm going to hold down my Alt key until I get that sort of like a clock icon. And then I'm going to click and drag that into the bar. Now I speed it up. And now I can press the letter D to duplicate into 4 bars. Then put a loop, turn the loop on. Now it's 130 BPM. So let's work on with, let's say, so let's drag that there. Again, the same thing. You're gonna now in sync. Yeah, that's all good. So as you can see, I'm creating a song with loops. It's simple as that. You just have to remember that if it's not the right timing, you can just use, sorry about that, if it's not the right timing that you've selected for the sample, you can actually time stretch it by putting your mouse at the corner, pressing it and aligning it to the actual bar. There we go. That's how you can actually use MAGIX Soundpools in Studio One Prime. Now you have unlimited tracks, go for it. Create your next song. If this was helpful, make sure you give me the thumbs up, and if you have any comments regarding any of the parts of the video, feel free to comment below. If you are using other Soundpools, please comment below as well. Let me know about them and I might include them in my next video. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell as well for all future notifications of my video uploads. Till next time, as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Cheerio, guys!